Well, generally, I'm like kind of more of an old media man. I kind of grew up with drawing and painting and sculpting. I'm never really into photography or video, but I wanted to do those things that I remember from old paintings and old drawings, but I wanted to do them in a way that was kind of contemporary. So that led me to using photography and video and then digital media. So basically, I just want to do things that are images that you can meditate on, you can look at for a while. Nothing's really changing that much, but as you look at them, you're becoming more familiar with them and you're having kind of a relationship with them. I mean, I think I'm always trying to make pictures where you kind of become engaged and seduced by them, and where they hold your attention. And originally I'd made photographic images of flowers which were burning. It was kind of an easy thing that worked. Basically, you've got an image that looks like it's being consumed, so it's kind of, there's an element of cruelty to it, but it's also quite stimulating in the way that it appeals to our desires. And somehow the two of those things going together in image is generally what I try and work towards. I then went on to make a video of a flower kind of opening up and burning and then being consumed in the flames and then being reborn, as I felt it had some kind of religious quality, which is what I'm generally looking for in more mundane images around. The crucifixion is obviously the biggest Christian example of an image kind of great suffering, but it has a kind of terrible magnificence as well as being a macabre act of cruelty. And so trying to bridge those two ideas is what I'm trying to do in image generally. And the digital kind of media lent itself so well because it's basically a very short loop, which is continuous. It's always there, always burning. Seems like a lot of the work that I'm making anyway is generated digitally. I'm using Photoshop and Final Cut and different editing programs, and it all looks great when it's there on the screen. Then often I'll output it to paper or to whatever medium it is, and it's not quite as good as it looked then. So if I can then make works that remain in that digital realm, they have the backlight and they have the same quality that I find when I'm working on them, so nothing is lost there at all. So that was, for me, a great way of making work. Plus, you don't have a problem with the material substance or something, or its weight, gravity, or it's frictionless when it's in the digital realm. So you can make a work that has a more kind of chimerical, spectral quality to it, which is something that I aspire to anyway. I don't particularly want to make videos that have a narrative or like kind of handheld camera shake kind of thing. I try and make things that have a certain almost like spiritual quality to them, and a meditative quality. And so the medium lends itself quite naturally to that. Along with it comes the ease of distribution, that it has no gravity and no friction, and it can be transported without any insurance or transportation costs and bureaucratic nightmares which always crop up when you have a physical piece of work. So for a combination of a lot of reasons, it sits quite well with what I'm doing. There is like a kind of a print world out there at the moment where people make cheaper things that are more affordable, but this kind of digital outlet has it's like kind of the prints are, for me it's like the kind of, so if art is the church, then the prints and that kind of medium is like the Bible, but maybe the new digital reproduction of these works is more like an illuminated manuscript. Do you know what I mean? It has that kind of beautiful quality to it, which is beyond what print can reproduce. Yeah, the Whispering Weeds work was, I was recovering in hospital. I kind of nearly died and had that. I was in a situation where I thought I still might pass away, so I was feeling very fragile. I didn't have any art books or the internet, I don't think, but that image came into my mind of Dürer's little kind of great tuft of grass, which is basically a nothing, and it's quite a strange thing for a painter of that period to be looking at and giving his attention to. It's a nowhere kind of moment. But when you think that life is getting quite short, suddenly that nothing becomes everything. It's just endowed with life, even though they're weeds, they're nothing. They're on the wayside. As I thought, that combined with just a little bit of wind just moving them there, just to me it just symbolizes life, just in its very in a very slim capacity. So I thought if I could take that image of Duras and just like breathe a little bit of life into it and just have it move, that was kind of enough to be an artwork in a way, even though there's very little happening, and in nowhere kind of plays, that is life.